So, what's gonna be our video for this week? Well, a couple of viewers had asked us about how we set up our HUD, so how about we make a small video on that? What now? Never you mind. Just sit still and I'll do the talking. I'm getting paid for this, right? Nope. What? You cheap son of a... Excuse me? Nothing. Let's get on with the video, shall we? Here is how my standard layout looks like for my HUD. As you can see, my hotbars are set up quite differently than the standard rows of actions you normally would see other players using. For starters, I set up the two side hotbars to mimic the button layout on the side of my mouse, the G600 Logitech gaming mouse. This visual aid helps me greatly in quickly finding the right action I want to use. The middle hotbar is set up so that I only need to use keys 1 to 4 to use my standard weapon skills or spells, with the second row needing the control key to be held down, while the third row requiring the shift key to be held down. Meaning he's just too lazy to reach out to key 5. Hey! Just stand still and be quiet. Anyway, I will show you how I set this all up. This is the default HUD layout for when you're using a mouse and keyboard. Now as you can see, it is quite clean and minimalistic, but at the same time it's quite restrictive, as there are only 2 hotbars available, granting access to only 24 actions. You will need more than this. Let's first add more hotbars to our screen. To do this, press the escape key on your keyboard until you get to the system menu over here. Next, select character configuration. From here, go and click the hotbar settings button. Now, as you can see, only the pet bar and hotbars 1 and 2 are active. Let's go turn all of them on. Now, let's press apply. So now, with all the bars active, our screen has gotten quite cluttered. We need to clean this up. Why don't we try shrinking a hotbar? To do this, go to the system menu again, but this time click HUD layout. Here you can change the size of any of your UI elements and also move them around. Let's go change the size of hotbar 1. To do this, hold down the control key on your keyboard and press the home key. This increases the size of your hotbar. To shrink it, you will need to keep going until the hotbar goes back to its smallest size. There we go. Now I personally don't want it too small, so I will increase its size by 1 step. Perfect. Now to move the hotbar, simply grab it with your left mouse key and drag to where you want it on the screen. Let's do this with the cross hotbar. Since I don't use a controller anyway, I'll just move this out of the way to the side here. Now I don't personally like dealing with long horizontal bars for my actions. Why don't we go and change the shape of our hotbar 1? To do this, go back to the system menu and select character configuration again. We need to get back to hotbar settings. In this part, you can change the shape of the hotbar. Let's go change hotbar 1 so that it's a 4x3 square instead of a long line. There, much better. To cut down on some time, let's go back to HUD layout 1. Now as you can see, I changed the shapes and sizes of all my hotbars and arranged them in the manner I like all around my screen. I also moved my parameter and status bars up so that they are in view when I'm focusing my gaze on my target and my character. Now, I don't like seeing all these empty slots and numbers though. To get rid of these, go to hotbar settings again through the character configuration menu. Turn on the hide unassigned slots button while turning off the display hotbar numbers button. I also turn off the enable hotbar cycling button just to make the screen look cleaner. There, much better. Now, I want to show you one more thing. There are sometimes scenes where I show only certain elements, such as a job gauge, while hiding everything else. To achieve this effect, let's first go to HUD layout. If you right-click any of the UI elements here, they will become invisible. Right-clicking them again will make them visible once more. Let's go turn all the elements off while just keeping the job gauge on. Just a quick side note, The notices, progress bar, duty action, duty progress bar, and job gauge UI elements cannot be hidden. There, almost done. Let's deal with this chat box next. To hide it from view, simply right-click on the first tab, which is usually the General tab. Here you can select Hide Log Window. There we go. Now we just have the names to deal with. To hide the names, we need to go to Character Configuration. From here, click the Display Names button. To hide your own name, click here. I personally select Never since I don't need to ever see my own name. Now to hide the name of that striking dummy, go to the NPCs tab. Here, I will change Unengage, Engage, Claim, and Unclaimed Enemies display name settings to Never. There we go. Now the screen is ready for some tutorial footage. Well, that's a wrap for this video on HUD customization. I hope you found it useful and entertaining. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. It lets me know what type of content you enjoy watching. If you would like to see more videos like this, please also consider subscribing to my channel. Your support would be very much appreciated. And finally, thank you very much for watching. I will be working on a Blue Mage video for next week, so please stay tuned. Until then, please take care as always, and see you next time.